Libra. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here for the rest of the 2019 forecast, and I'm going to start with you, Libra. So the throat. So the first thing I'm going to say is how I'm going to do these readings, and mention that I unfortunately cannot use this new computer that I had, and so I'm having to do makeshift kind of situation, and just bear with me. I'm hoping that it won't fall over. So I have the Lenormand cards, and I'm going to put a mini grand tableau. These are 36 cards. The mini grand tableau will be the center, would be 4 times 4. Okay, so that's 16 cards, and let me pull them and then I'll show you what they are. And they have numbers. They're numbered cards. I'm telling you this for those of you who are readers out there and are wondering, what am I doing? And so each of them has a house, and they have certain particular meanings. And what I'm going to do is to talk to you about the first quarter, the second quarter, and so on. The first card is the snake, the house, the rider. We have the star. We've got the sun, the whip, the fox, the cross, the bouquet, the child, a card that doesn't want to come up. I have the key, the clover, the tree, the tower, the birds, and the fish. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The first quarter. Look, it's the year is coming into a situation that is sort of, how can I say, a situation that you are bringing back from you. I'm trying to think, maybe it would be best if I shut the light just a second. Nope, not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Okay, it ain't gonna work. All right, you're starting with a situation that's beginning in the year, that's carried over from the new year, and it's worrisome, especially in terms of a woman that has crossed your path, a woman that has done you wrong, Libra, a woman that, and it could be a third party. That's one reading. It could also be an older person in your family who in some way has done you wrong or has crossed you in some way. But the situation clears up remarkably, very quickly in that first quarter, March, and you are able to then take care of things just seem to iron themselves out. Now, from all that I'm looking at, probably the best quarter is the third, but let me get there from the second. Okay, the second quarter, comes from the first quarter going into the second quarter. There's still that rise, that sensation of a good wave. You're riding a beautiful wave. There's a lot of communication. There's a lot of, there's also something that you may not be used to doing, Libra, but you start, and that is strategizing and trying to look and watch your back, because I see the knighting and the mirroring and the pairing here in this spread, that in relation to the woman that I mentioned just now, you've realized that there's something to be done. You just can't have them walk all over you. There's something that you need to be done, to do. And you do it, and you do it. And let's say that at the end of the second quarter, which is April, May, June, this person is out of your hair for good, right? Then we get to the third quarter, which is probably, arguably, the best time of the year for you, Libra. You're given a gift. You're given a gift. It's the first type of gift that this comes to you. It's the first time that you receive something of this nature. It's as if you had applied, or you bought a lottery ticket and something trickles down your way. The interesting part about this and the excitement behind this is precisely that you've never won anything, or you have never, the first time you ever, buy a lottery ticket and you win, something like this happens. And what's interesting is that the key here, the cards are telling you, is that you need to look at this type of situation, this gift that comes, just comes into your lap. You have to look at this and consider this gift as something that is given to you because of your eyes as a child, because you're looking through the eyes of a child. It seems as if the universe is rewarding or awarding you because you have the possibility of actually looking at things through the eyes of a child. It's beautiful, this, and I see communication as, for the first time, you communicating with others getting in contact with you. Not even, there is the lingering notion of that female from the beginning of the year, but she is not in any position that can in any way harm you any longer. Now, from this, going into the fourth quarter, there is an issue with your health, and that will briefly take you in for a checkup, okay? It will see you a day or two in the hospital just for a checkup, a brief thing, something that is done away with very, very quickly. And the cards are telling me also that, please beware of not working too much, because you will fall prey to being a workaholic, and that will take you down, will bring you down. Now let me take a look at each individual domain and the different domains in your life. The first, this endings and beginnings. The endings and beginnings. I see here that it's quite difficult for me to ascertain whether, and I'm going to use a couple of clarification cards, the endings and beginnings concern your work, because it seems for many of you, I would not more than 40%, many of you have this ability and have gone through with changing the type of work that you have done, and it's brought you a fortune. That is one. But endings and beginnings, it's insidious. It seems like the year is spent on getting rid of that female and starting out anew without her in the present. In your presence. This could be a third party, and this could be her leaving the situation, and you finally are alone, and you're in two of you instead of three of you. Then from there, surprises. Just a moment, let me take these three cards here. I have the lilies, the mice, and the stork over that first, over your endings and beginnings. And what I see is that this female person, this female unwanted, this unwanted female presence, does during the year try to make a comeback, but is overridden. Okay, so this is gone, all right? The endings and the beginnings are gone with her, all right? Now, the surprises. I mentioned that this might be a year where a windfall may come to you, and it has to do also with home, family. It has to do with members of your family. Either you or a member of your immediate family will be, you know, getting, receiving something of this nature. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. And then we go into the true endings, when something completely ends and is put at rest. You are given information. You receive information. You receive a notice. You receive communication as to how. Okay, remember I mentioned strategy before, as to how to strategically cook that third party, get rid of her, put that person in her place. I'll use those words for the time being. And the endings, the ending actually comes about to this third party situation or an unwanted female presence by understanding how to strategically deal with her. Now, then we go to the area of communication. An area of communication, the entire year 2019 will be very, very clear, very, very crystal clear. It seems that people will look to you for guidance. They will want to follow your lead. And it's as if you're walking around, you're light. People are looking at you. They see that you're a leader, you're a light. And in the sense of communication. So it's the communication that you exude. You're able to get what you want done very clearly. You are able to have people follow you as a leader. And what you do is transparent and very clear. Now, the area of your work and your livelihood, this is probably the best area of the deck, of the spread. It's the sun here. It is the area which shines the most. Just a minute, let me check if any of these cards has come out in its house. 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28. No, okay. So we talked about livelihood. That is the area where you will shine the most, where you will be most successful. And it's the key. It is uniting with the key, actually, which is in the house of decisions. Now, what this points to is the fact that it is because of your doing. You have earned this possibility of being successful in your work because of positive choices that you've made. Now, moving into a sense of security, this isn't a topic, let's say. It's a topic of discussion for the entire year. You want to find out how you can cushion and pad your bank account, how you can save for a rainy day, how you can make your home more of a fortress, giving yourself a sense of security. For those of you who have a family and have children, it's not so much in terms of them, more than for you. This is a sense of security for yourself. Now, in terms of guidance, I did mention the idea that this is the year when you have to learn how to communicate strategically and think strategically and move strategically. This is the guidance that the cards, the Lenormand mini grand tableau is giving you. This is the year where you really need to watch your back. You really need to not always tip your hand. You need to keep your cards close to your vest. Matters of the home, coming home. Now, it's very, very interesting here, the message that I'm getting. There's a karmic message here that someone's going to return to the home. This could be you returning to a home, some place that you call your home, or a place that was actually your home, or it could be someone is coming back to your home. but it has to do very, very, very closely with the notion of home, with the notion of it being your home. They're coming to you because they feel you are home. And it's a beautiful thing to see here. And it's very, very important. It's one of, let's say, the most serious, the most important moments of the entire year. A karmic, there's going to be a karmic shift when that happens. And then going into public life here, public life, your social groups, your friends, relatives, being out there, putting yourself out there is also a positive thing, is also something that will reward you. If, again, they point to the strategy, you need to keep those cards close to your vest. Then we have obstacles. Now, as life does, life puts obstacles in our paths, okay? The obstacles here, this year, 2019, will be things that occur to you for the first time, that you don't have any experience with. For example, this is an example with in a business. Okay, you're working in a business, and you're in middle management, and someone who is your superior comes to you, and says, Joanne, what a beautiful dress, and being very complimentary. All of a sudden, and you look yourself in the mirror and nothing has changed, and you could soon come to realize that that person wants to lean on you for her own personal benefit within the company, and you're given this information by a colleague, and this sparks the start of your strategic thinking. And this is what the type of things that I mean. I mean that the obstacles will be things that you have felt for the first time now, but that you'll have to learn how to deal with strategically. Now, decisions to make in 2019, along with that return, the karmic return that I mentioned, the decision-making process in 2019 is the area which has a karmic taste to it. You know that every little decision that you make, do I have to change jobs? Do I have to change partner? Should I go with X or Y or Z? What choices do I have? It is, your life depends on it. You'll get the feeling that your life depends on it. And it is, in that sense, it's not that I'm just going to earn a better living, or it seems that you're very, survival depends on it, because the quality of your life will be so damaged if the decision is a wrong one. So this is a little flag saying, watch out, watch out. Every decision needs to be done and made in a specific way. Now, there's the area that I call in the spread, I've given it the name nuisances and problems. There's something that's not that, not that difficult or not that problematic. And here I just have beautiful cards. They're just, surrounded by, as if you would be in a moment of grace, when you have a halo around you that nothing can happen to you. It's very interesting. It's right next to the decision-making process here. So know that you should know that you are safeguarded in terms of your decision-making processes. And it could, though, easily turn negatively for you. And do cover your bases and make your do your homework. Then we have an area of the spread that I call hidden, hidden surprises, something hidden from you. And here it's about your health. And let's take a look at that. There'll be a lot of talk about your health. You're going to be probably going to physicians. You're probably going to take blood tests, a lot of things, because you just want to. It's more, though, in the sense of preventive action that you take. Here, too, your health is involved with the decision-making process. The way you discern which type of medicine to have cure you will also take its toll on, remember I mentioned survival. I do not absolutely see anything negative in terms of your health, but health Your health will be a high topic on your list of thinking. You'll be thinking about it. You'll be, you're going to take time on and concentrate on improving your health. Then we have here matters of communication that are not only general, but matters of communication. And here, this spread tells me that they have to do with institutions, how you deal with government, how when you do your tax return, how much clarity there is. It has it's a neutral situation here, but just tells me that what I'm hearing and reading is that the situation highlighting matters of communication with institutions, schools, hospitals, and government of that kind will be prominent during the year 2019. Then there's going to be a lot of chit-chat, a lot of chatter, a lot of talk, especially with a particular male, all right, regardless of whether you're female or a male, but there will be a lot of talk and chatter and even argumentation and coming head to head, but then it will then subside and there'll be mutual respect and mutual caring and heartwarming conversation. And this has to do also with that karmic return. There'll be a lot of sensation, your sensation that will border on, that will border on nervousness because of this new return, but nothing that should warn you or make you concerned in any way. And then, especially the females of you, Libras, you will be having a year concentrated on your own business, your livelihood, any kind of activity that you call your own. Could even be volunteering, but something that you have orchestrated, something that you have created, something that you devised, something that you cooked up. And it's something new. It's something new for you in the year 2019. Also has to do with your ability, and they're counseling you to make it grow in a manner, excuse me, that will also make use of strategy. Again, see how the strategy is always a focus in 2019. It starts with that third party, and then it ends with trying to develop your personal business through strategic means. I do hope this was of help to you, ladies and gentlemen, Librans, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I will be back January in the first week to work on the January forecasts, and until, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. Once again, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Until we read together again. Bye-bye. Now, I'm using an iPad and I have to figure it out. How can I shut it off? Help me.